Baldur's Village is a massive fan-made expansion mod for Stardew Valley that introduces characters from Baldur's Gate 3 into a brand new village on the Stardew map. You'll find over 20 new NPCs, custom events, a whole new region, and even a fully fleshed out romance. That does mean you can marry Astarion. So today I'm here with SlugGirl, and we're both big Baldur's Gate 3 fans, so of course naturally we thought we'd sit down and chat about this amazing mod. Now before we go ahead, quick warning, there may be spoilers ahead for the ending of Baldur's Gate 3, as this mod takes place after the events of the game. Okay, so let's chat about our first impressions of this mod.
Yeah.
I've played a couple of the events, and I've got to say, I really, really do love it. One of the first things that caught my attention is as you approach the village, a Stardewified Baldur's Gate 3 song starts to play, which I think just fits right in.
I think that's really cute.
The perfect mixture. What do you know about Baldur's Village?
So what I know is more from the team's perspective itself. It's like a love note from the team.
That's so
to
wholesome.
Baldur's Gate and Stardew Valley. They are an incredibly passionate group of people who love both games. I think you can really tell in this mod. Like it really comes across to me. I think these are people that learn how to mod purely to create this mod. They wanted to make sure that they were as true to the characters as possible. So one of the issues that they found, and you might notice in the mod that some of the portraits are slightly more high res for the Baldur's Gate villagers, and that's because they found that when they were trying to do it to, can't remember the size off the top of my head, but the original,
I think
like
it's 64 by 64 maybe.
It is 60. Yes, actually, it's just read it right there in front of me. It's 64 by 64.
The portraits are amazing. They're so good.
The portraits are really good. Astarion is still incredibly handsome in pixel form.
I really like how the mod really does fit into Stardew Valley, because you have like a welcome party and it's all the Baldur's Gate people, and it's also some Stardew Valley villagers, and they comment on the new people and they're like, oh, these people are strange but they seem fun, and it's like integrates really well into it. But also, I think part of the plot is that Gale found like this place and then he met the Stardew Valley wizard, and because they're both wizards, they were like, oh yeah, let's like group up. So I think that's very cute. And also, Althea is back in this.
Oh, no way.
Fan favourite.
Yeah. She's the Tiefling Bard, right?
Yeah. And she does perform songs. I'm not sure if she actually performs songs in the tavern, but she, like, there's a little scene where she offers to become like the tavern bard, which is cute.
That is cute. Yeah, I think they've managed to really mix Baldur's Gate and Stardew Valley nicely together. And I think that's something that, again, in their interview, which will be out by the time that you watch this, so we'll put a link in the description, but they did mention that they wanted to make sure that they could integrate the characters as well as they could to make it feel as natural Stardew Valley, but also BG3 at the same time.
And it feels like they really want to be there as well. Like, I feel that's what every Baldur's Gate companion needs, is just a place to go to chill out after all of the like traumatizing events of Baldur's Gate.
100%. Yeah, I think that, again, like that's what they mentioned, is that they wanted it to be a sort of like escape for them after the trauma of Favourites.
For sure. For sure. It's really healing, actually.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Astarion romance, because of course you can finally marry Astarion, which is very exciting. He can become your husband, and there's other companions coming soon. Holsin is next. I believe some of his lines are already written, which is pretty exciting. I was having a little snoop in the files, so that's pretty exciting, and I think the characters are written really, really well. So you would think Astarion marrying a farmer doesn't really fit, but the way that the scenes are written just makes so much sense. Like, you as the farmer go to his house with like a little basket of vegetables, and of course, like, Astarion doesn't eat vegetables, but it's really cute because you're like, oh, here's a little gift to say like sorry, because there's a, traumatizing events previously. It doesn't feel like Astarion doesn't fit with the farmer as well. Like, the scenes go quite deep, actually. I was reading through some of the lines, and they're like very emotional. They are. There's I can't remember which heart event it is actually, but and this is
tiny bit of a spoiler, but we did give you that spoiler warning at the beginning. So like, sorry, but not sorry. One of Astarion's heart events includes after he's killed Cazador, and they said that they really wanted to be able to give more like healing in that moment, like some more extra warmth and sort of like have it be like a more tender moment, and you actually get to hug Astarion afterwards and just sort of like hold him in this like really pivotal moment in his story, which you never got to do in Baldur's Gate 3, and they just thought that that was such a necessary thing. Which I agree.
God, I feel like I could cry talking about it. That's very nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice. And I can't wait for the Halton romance as well, because I feel like if you're going to romance anyone in Baldur's Gate, Halton does really fit a farmer.
Yeah,
right?
I think he does, right? Because he can turn into a bear.
Yeah. He can make your crops grow.
Yeah. He has so many good functions for your farm.
Yeah, so that's kind of like that's the dream right there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to when they put Gale in. I have a soft spot for Gale.
I can imagine that could be quite fun, like a little like alchemy type farmer. Like you grow crops, you can like make little potions.
He could like make you potions to help your crops grow quicker and bigger, faster.
Go the witchy route.
Yeah,
I like that. So if you've never played Baldur's Gate 3 and you want to play this mod, the Baldur's Village team do say that you don't have to have played, though there are, of course, spoilers for the game because it takes place after the main events. But it does feel very natural, so it is kind of a good taste into Baldur's Gate. If you wanted to play Baldur's Gate after playing this mod, it's kind of like a prequel.
Yeah,
thing.
It's quite a nice little taster, I guess. Yeah, get to know the characters a little bit, see how you get on with them, because they are so well written and closely aligned with their characters in the original game. And it might make you want to play Baldur's Gate 3. Like if you've been umming and ahhing about it, like this actually might be the thing that makes you go, yeah, for sure, let's give it a go.
Yeah,
let's see what Astarion looks like not pixelated.
For sure. And if you've never played Stardew Valley as well, obviously this mod isn't going to align exactly with the choices that you make. For example, and this is a spoiler, so if you haven't finished Baldur's Gate, please turn off now or skip to the end or whatever. So Shadowheart's parents are in Baldur's Valley and they're living with Shadowheart and Lae'zel, which means that you've made the decision to save them rather than do other things.
Okay.
Which is a nice, wholesome ending. But if you didn't make that choice in the game, then obviously it's not going to fit, but I like that touch.
No, I think that's nice. As we mentioned before, like the whole point of Baldur's Village is that it's meant to be an escape from the trauma of Baldur's Gate. So it would make sense that the nicer options are what are in this mod.
Oh, and also there's Scratch as well.
I didn't realise Scratch. I didn't realise Scratch was in it. The goodest boy.
Yeah. So hopefully there will be the owlbear soon. I mean, I don't know if I've not seen it, but I like the owlbear and Scratch.
I love the owlbear.
Okay, I thought you were about to say that you never got the owlbear. I was about to cry. Another nice little tidbit was Sven, the CEO of Larian, said that so much love went into this and that it's amazing work. So it's got a thumbs up from Larian as well.
Yeah, super thumbs up from Larian actually. And Wizards of the Coast sent an automated DMCA to us. So we had to take the mod down for a little while, which was really sad. But we said, no, we really like this mod. And we think that the team are just really nice and we know how hard they've worked on this. If Sven had given it the thumbs up, we were like, nah, surely this is okay. Then Wizards of the Coast were like, oh gosh, sorry, that was an accident. Don't worry about that. Retracted the DMCA and it's back up. So the team are overjoyed. We're chuffed for them because it's a little bit of a selfish personal reason that we all want the mod back up so that we could play it and see how it develops. So yeah, we're really excited to see how this goes.
Sarah, do you think you're going to pick it up?
Do you know what? This is I don't know whether I should admit this or not, but I've actually not played Stardew Valley before. But you know, the more I spoke to the team and the more that we looked into this mod, it is pushing me to finally play Stardew Valley and give in.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Hope you pick this mod up and have a great time with it.
Yeah, enjoy.
Woo!
Woo!